morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio, and today is a very special video. It's also very, very late. I feel super guilty about this one. A bit of a snowball situation, we'll get there in a moment. But we're actually doing an opening today of a base set 2-pack, and look, I don't get to do many vintage openings. The reason is very simple. I'm not rich. And these ain't cheap. I did open a Dutch Jungle pack a little while ago. I'll link that one in the description. Because I found. Somebody showed me a little Dutch shop that sold them. But generally speaking, vintage packs are not something I get to open very much. So, need to give a huge shout out to Leonhart here. Yes, that Leonhart. Because what they did, they were doing this, they were doing a campaign to raise money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Just double check I'm getting that name right so I don't end up sounding dumb. So yeah, National Alliance on Mental Illness. And they sent these packs out to a bunch of people to create content to try and raise money. And I was one of the people they selected. I was delighted. And that was a while ago. And I should have done this video a while ago. And I don't really have much of an excuse, okay? And here's the honest reason, take it or leave it. Every time I tried to make this video, I couldn't think of exactly what I wanted to do. And I got a bit too anxious about it. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it later. And then I kept being like, right, today's the day I'm doing that video. Oh, but how exactly do I go about doing it? And I get a little anxious and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll do it later. And now it's 6 months later. So if Leonhart is watching by any chance, I'm really sorry. I promise you I didn't mean to wait so long. But we got there in the end. I'm hoping that's good. Now, the reason we're doing this is to raise money for NAMI. The actual campaign that Leonhart was running ended like a couple of months ago. Because like I said, I'm way too late on this. However, you can still donate. And there is a link in the description, right at the top of the description, where you can donate to NAMI. How much you donate, when you donate, that's entirely up to you. We're all in different situations. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying it's out there. Please go and donate if you're in a position to do so. If you're not, that's fine. If you are, that would be awesome. Please go and do so because they're doing good work. And mental illness, really important. It is something I've struggled with. It's not something I talk about very much. And it's not out of any kind of embarrassment or anything like that. I just choose not to. It's not something I really want to talk about. Not kind of in public. I don't put it out over Twitter or put it in my videos very often. It's not any kind of sense of shame or anything silly like that. I tend to deal with it in my own way, off camera. Away from you lovely people. And we just talk about Pokemon, and that's cool. I know, and it's weird, right? I've had a bunch of messages from people being like, I've gone through a tough time lately. You've helped. And I'm fully aware that I am not helping in this job like I used to. I used to be a teacher. I used to legitimately help kids get into universities and courses that I don't think other teachers would have helped them get into. And I know that sounds vain, I'm sorry. But, you know, I've got, like, mounds of statistics to show you that that claim is valid. And the fact is, nowadays, I just talk funny stuff. And I feel a bit weird when I get those messages. But then again, I know when I'm having a bad day, I really like putting on a podcast and I find like podcasts and YouTube videos, they're different to telly. They feel a bit more personal, a bit more connected. I like them a little bit more. So that is really, really cool. Thank you to anyone that's ever got in touch. And the message is really clear, right? Just ask for help. Just tell somebody. And I taught in schools for 13 years and I've helped a lot of students with various things. I'm obviously not going to talk about in a YouTube video, but all I can tell you is the first step is always just ask for help, yeah? Just ask for help, raise a question, start the conversation with somebody. It really is. It is important. It's a good thing. And like I say, if you're in a position to donate, please go and do so. And if you are Leonhart, I'm really sorry it took so long to get here. Please don't be mad at me. We got there in the end. So, what we've got is a pack of base set 2. Now, base set 2, for those of you that don't know, it was a cool set. Basically what they did was they took the first, and I have done a whole video incidentally about the history of base set 2. I will also link that in the description. But basically what they did was they took a whole bunch of cards from the base set and Jungle, just the first 2 sets, and they mashed them together. Weirdly, this came out after Fossil, so it went base set, Jungle, Fossil, base set 2, but there was no Fossil in here, it's just base set and Jungle. There are a whole bunch of holos out there, and That's what we're hoping for, right? Back in these vintage packs, it's nice and easy, okay? So basically, there's one rare per pack, and your rare is either a holo or a non-holo. Now, Charizard is available. I think our chances of pulling Charizard are very low. But, you know, Charizard is in the set. Could happen. There's also a whole bunch of other holos that are very cool. I was really hoping I could open this very neatly. It has not worked. I should have just cut the bottom off, but I didn't. Never mind. I know these packs are weighable. I have made absolutely no attempt to weigh them for fairly obvious reasons. I want to keep the surprise. I hope there's something good in here. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Like I say, the opening vintage packs is not something we're going to do. It's not something we're going to do very often, if I'm honest with you. I'd love to do more. If I'm ever in a position to do so, I will. And I was around when base set came out. I opened a lot of base set back in the 90s when it came out. I also opened a bunch of base set back in 2009, I think. I found a shop selling a whole bunch of base set at retail. And that is what got me back into Pokemon after a bit of a hiatus. I mean, I was never out on Pokemon, but I wasn't in. That's what got me back in. Now, what I should have done back in 2009 was keep those packs sealed, and now I can sell them for 300 quid each. Whoopsie. Opened them in the car while eating sausage rolls. No regrets. So we got Persian here. We got our uncommon. And what we've got is Scratch for 20 or Pounce. If the defending Pokemon's attacks Persian during your opponent's next turn, damage is reduced by 10. These look super underpowered because these were many years ago. Now, Plus Power is a very interesting card. You attach it to your Pokemon at the end of the turn, you discard it, and you deal an extra 10 damage. Plus Power did, for a while, there was a deck called Shuppet Donk that took advantage of the fact that you would, nowadays, if Plus Power comes back, it's going to be a discard it. What you could do, Shuppet was a hit and run Pokemon that went back to your hand. So what you would essentially do is attach 4 Plus Power, do the damage with Shuppet, come back to your hand, and then next turn you could reattach all 4 Plus Power. Now, is a rare behind this? I don't know. I don't know how it works in base set packs or base set 2 packs. But there's a seal. It does 10 damage. No, apparently we've gone to commons. So we got a potion, remove 2 damage counters. Potion has since been errated, so now you remove 3 damage counters. There is a Starmie. Cool little fact about Starmie. In French, it's Star Ross. So me and Starmie always quite get along. 2 energy, discard 1 to completely heal. You only had 60 HP. Or 3 energy, 20 damage, paralysis on a coin flip. Nowadays, 20 damage plus paralysis on a coin flip, it would be 30 damage and it would be for 1 energy. We got ourselves a Spearow. And that's Mitsuhiro Arita artwork. Arita has been around since the very beginning of the game. You're not going to find any Okacheke, any Haigonosuke, any like that. But Mitsuhiro Arita, you will find in these old packs. I do like Mirror Move on Spearow. That's kind of fun. Oh, speaking of fun, and speaking of Arita, Charmander. Proper job, old school Charmander. Of course, this was released as one of the jumbo cards that came around for those first partner packs. More on that in a minute. So this is cool. It's not particularly good, unfortunately. We've got Metapod. That is, it's a Metapod, right? 2 energy, 20 damage plus paralysis on a coin flip. Flip a coin. If heads, you get immunity. It's not good, right? I'll be honest with you, and we got a water energy. So, and a lightning energy. So, that's a little disappointing, alright? This is what happened back in the day. Your rare card was a trainer card. Now, Pokemon Trader's actually really cool. Trade one of your basic Pokemon Revolution cards in your hand for one of the basic Pokemon Revolution cards from your deck. Basically, it's kind of like Pokemon Communication, but actually, back then, there was no supporter cards. It was just an item. They were all items, basically. But this happens sometimes, right? Whereby you would open up a pack, and your rare card was a trainer card. And unfortunately, that's where we end up here. Now, at this stage, some of you are probably going, hang on a second, Wassy. opening that pack, I'm a bit dumb, wasn't it? Because base set 2 packs are worth a few quid, aren't they? That wasn't the point. It's in my base set 2 pack. Leonhart sent it to me to make a video. I made a video. And we got to chat about mental health, and we got to chat a bit about base set 2. Throw down some Pokemon card facts. That's rather lovely. And look, I don't have much base set 2. Base set, I got a bunch of base set. I've got a binder over there with a complete set. I've got a whole bunch of very good condition base set because I bought all those packs back in 2009 and kept them in good nick. No Charizard in those 2009 packs, but I've got a Charizard, don't worry. This could have been a Charizard. So, look, if you think getting like a bad non-holo rare is bad nowadays, just imagine, you know, going back to the 90s and you open up a pack and it's just a trainer card. And look, I can understand, this is a good card back in the day. This saw play in a bunch of decks. But when you're a child and you're hoping for a Charizard, this didn't cut it. Right, that'll do, I think, ladies and gentlemen. As always, as I said at the start, you know, go and check out Naomi. They do really good work. Go and consider making a donation if you're in a position to do so. And yeah, if you're struggling in any way, please do make sure you ask for help. Start the conversation with somebody, a parent, teacher, friend, whoever it might be. That is the first step, and it is very, very important. For now, huge thanks to Leonhart for sending the pack. Sorry, it took so gosh darn long to actually get to it, but we got to it in the end. And I think that's the most important thing. I think that is. It would have been worse if I'd just done the opening and forgotten to talk about the whole mental health stuff. So yay! All right, thanks for watching. Look after yourselves till next time. And I think in this video more than any, please do look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio. Bye!